Then we pump those profits back into the profit cycle to generate even more profits. And I know what you're going to say. Profits? Yes, Stan. You're soaking in them.
Hey guys, it's ExtrmWill. It's my tech channel. We're going to cover Salad AI. There's a new update and a lot to get into. So let's get into it. They just did update 1.7.6. It came out, I think, earlier today. Probably technically it's yesterday. I guess it's 5 a.m. So that would have been yesterday. I honestly didn't even want to touch it right away when it came out. We'll get into that in a minute. But it shows your estimated earnings 2.0. So this is something that's really nice to finally get back. The feature works based on users' earnings over the last 5 minutes. So that should be nice. So when you do look at it, it should give you the most up-to-date information on how much you're actually earning. So not a lot of this guessing. It should help to eliminate it. I have seen they change this, so you kind of need to change some of your math on how you're figuring this out. It tells you your estimated earnings for the last hour, not your estimated earnings for the last 24 hours. So the numbers are going to look a lot smaller, but trying to get used to, okay, well, if I was making $5 a day, you know, what is that for the last hour? I think is that like 24 cents? I think. We'll get into it later on. We get into some of the machines and start trying to see. I don't know how much we're going to see it. I don't have a whole lot updated yet because luckily everything was running for me for Salad. So we get into the next couple things. We'll cover some what I've seen from that. These next two things, fix for a scroll bar being present in the widget at all states. That's really just a cosmetic thing. And then fix for chopping power button not working properly since last release. That's also really just a cosmetic thing. But I mean, if you're checking your GUI all the time because you don't know how to go into Windows PowerShell and you're trying to figure out what's going on, it's probably really annoying. I honestly didn't even notice because I bring the GUI up so rarely to look at it. But we should be able to go back to really just using the GUI and then only needing to use like PowerShell if you want to take a deeper look into what it's actually doing. So let's go into what my earnings have looked like. So if we look at the last 24 hours, it's been nuts. Last 24 hours, my earnings were $50.92, which is some of the highest earnings I think I've had. The last several days, I've seen a ton of these 15-minute blocks over 60 cents, which tells me I want to just let it run. I don't even want to touch anything. I don't want to Chrome Remote Desktop into anything and risk that I'm going to kick any of the machines off. When I was looking earlier today, I think I had to get up early. The wife made me get up early, and I looked a couple times, and I was like, oh, if it's at 60 cents now, I don't want to update. And then I'm like, oh, it's still running at like a little while later. It's still running close to 60 cents. I don't even want to even look at updating right now. And then I finally decided to because it was down to about 40 cents every 15 minutes. So I was like, okay, you know, it's 20 cents the difference. So I can start looking at doing some of the updatings for whatever machines are idle now. But it has been cooking. So if we look at the last couple of days, let's see, today's only a little bit in. But if we look at yesterday on here, it says yesterday was $51.92. Day before that was $43.37. So that would have been, let's see, it's 12:21 now. So on the 19th, somewhere on the 19th, it started really cooking. And yeah, it's definitely liking that to see this really working well because we can go back and still see, I guess, the last low day I had was $32 in here in the 7-day. So for the last 7 days for this have been pretty decent. So it means, yeah, I'll probably have a little bit higher electric bill, but my electric bill still, it's not going to be that much higher than it was on a $20 day. So it should be pretty good. And I was complaining in the last one, my earnings on the last 30 days, it had been stuck like $899, and now it's looking like it's doing so well that it's almost up towards like 1,000. This was for quite a while. This was at like a $1,200 to $1,300. So it'd be nice to see it get back to that. Right now, it looks like it's showing potential that it easily could. So it looks like stuff is actually working and running correctly. So we'll see if we go back to the last 30 days. Let's see. It says $50 here, $44 here, $40 here, $42 here, and then come back to like the 8th. It says $24, $23, $38, $38, $17.82. This must have been where I lost power, I'm assuming. And then this $18, I want to say I think I was gone out of town on vacation. I just had enough stuff that had turned off. Or maybe the Windows updates that finally made me angry enough. Or that might have been where I turned off the 10 machines. That makes more sense. That I turned off 10 machines here because I wasn't even going to run on sale because I was getting so disgusted at how low the numbers were. And then here, the newer update came out, and then it was all running better, and then I think I lost power. But you can see it's definitely not been very consistent, but the last 24 hours, I wish I could show a little more than the last 24 hours. I wish I could show like the last 36 hours. The last 36 hours are pretty good. It was basically a lot of this. I think yesterday was a little better than this was, because I had some blocks that were up in the mid 60s. It was pretty nice. So, but it looks like, for the most part, everything really was working. So I didn't want to do any of the updating, but we did do some of them. I'm running on 30 machines on Windows 10. To give a little bit of perspective, my electric usage is about $300 per month. So it's about $10 a day. This is probably a $12 day for electric. Might possibly get up to 13. I don't know if I'll even be able to tell the difference when I look at my electric bill if it was a 12 or a 13 hour day. 12 or $13 day. I'm not even sure if I'll be able to tell the difference because it's going to be such a small difference between $10 to $13. Because it's still going to average out with everything. So I don't have good enough electrical monitoring in the garage to get the exact figures. But anyways, even if it was a $13 day and I made $50, like it's not that bad. I think I'm at 15 cents electric usage. So if we get into it, we've got 30 machines. They're all in order of GPU now, if you haven't watched this in a while. So we will begin off here with all of the 4090s, the 3090s, then the 40 series, then the rest of the 30 series. So this one is not currently updated yet because it's actively running. This is 20 cores, 128 gigabytes, RTX 4090. It was doing $6.62 for quite a while. It might be on a 10-cent job right now. I really don't know. I'm not sure. We could go double check just this machine. Let's double check just this machine to see. Because that kind of starts to matter. So this is machine ID B9C. Okay, don't need that up. Earnings by machine. So hopefully we don't need to do this for too much longer here, trying to look through each individual machine. Nope, this looks like this is still at... No, what is that? I should have done this on the thing. That doesn't make sense. Let's bring it up on here. says $6. $6.21, which is kind of what I thought it was, but that seems like that's. If I'm making a quarter an hour, is that really $6 for the day? Yeah, I guess so. Alright, my math is just slow. Yeah, so this one is the one, the $6.21, which is pretty amazing. If we go to this next one, 20 cores, 128 gigabytes, RTX 4090. This one's also doing $6.21. We go to the next one, 20 cores, 120 gigabytes, RTX 4090 is also doing $6.21. So these should all be. I'm not sure if this is the medium priority or the high priority. It is definitely not the low priority. It's got to be the high priority. It's probably the high priority, plus they're paying for more memory and more CPU usage. It could very well be like a custom job. That's good money, though. That's really good money. That's what I'm here for selling for. So just those 3 machines right there is $18. That's a huge portion of everything that I'm making. And it's the party still keeps on continuing. If we go on to the next ones, AMD Threadripper 1950X, 16 cores, 64 gigabytes of memory, RTX 3090. This one's loading $5.43. This is definitely a high priority job. If we go to the next one, this is 12 core, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3090. This one looks like it's not actually running. So this one might be on the new. This one is updated. So let's see. What does this one say it's doing? Salad is currently looking for a job. So it's not actually making anything right now at all. But you can see we do have our estimated earnings back up in here. But it says now your estimated next hour. So it's estimating what you're going to make for the hour. It's not estimating what you're going to make for the 24 hours anymore. And then you still have your last 24 hours and your balance. So in here with the update, they did fix it. There was always a scroll bar here on the side, whether you needed one or not. Honestly, didn't even notice. And then this chopping power button here. This is what else they fixed. Apparently that was having some problems. I didn't even notice. So those are those things. Let's come in here. This is 12 cores, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3090. This looks like it's currently not active, and it is. Let's see if we can bring this one up then in jobs. So it's like $2.62 a day. It said it's like $2.62. I guess it has not been in the job long enough yet because it's your estimate for the last 5 minutes. Yeah, so I haven't updated this one quick enough because I just finished updating everything and then started filming. So we're not going to get the actual estimate yet because it probably has to have made that 4 or 5 minutes for it to show. So it hasn't been active in the job long enough. But it should be doing $2.62, which is pretty much what I figure all the 3090s will be doing, unless it's on a better job. So $2.62 for the 3090s, not too bad. So into this next one, 12 cores, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3090. This one's doing $5.43. So that's really nice. So yeah, definitely not looking to be updating a lot of these machines as long as they're running. Let's go to the next one. This is 12 cores, 96 gigabytes, RTX 3090. This one looks like it is currently doing, I want to say it's doing $2.62. So we'll wait until it's done and then I'll get it updated. This one could be doing more for a while because this one does have the more memory. This one was making the most out of all my 3090 machines for quite a while. But just because it has the more memory doesn't mean it's always going to get a job that's going to pay for more memory, which can be weird. So like you'll see sometimes like one of these 3090s, I don't remember which one it was. There was a couple of them that were making like $5 and they only had the 64 gigabytes, whereas this one has the 96 and just the luck of the draw. I think this one's on $2.62, but it could still be on 18 cents. Hopefully with the new update, eventually these will, my breakdowns here will get a little bit better. Let's see here. So this one looks like it just got updated. This is 12 cores, 96 gigabytes, RTX 4070 Ti. Looks like it's not in a job yet. It was doing... It looks like 10 cents. Okay, so it is showing... So the 10-cent job is going to look really, really weird. Like, yeah, because it looks like it's not actually making anything. Because it's making 0.002 cents to 0.0044 cents. If we bring up the calculator again here. Let's clear this out. We go 0.0057 cents times 24. So that would actually be like 13 cents if it does this for the whole day. What was it just now? So like 0.0044, I think I said, times 24. So yeah, it's like 10 to 13 cents. Not anything like super amazing. Just some, what is it doing? Why am I blanking on it? It's doing the speech to text stuff. So, yeah, not super amazing. It actually looks like it's not running at all. If I wasn't paying more attention, I wouldn't even think it was running in a job. So let's go to the next one. This is 12 cores, 96 gigabytes, RTX 4070 Ti. This one looks like it's doing $2.62. So again, we're not gonna bother updating it until it's inactive. I'm gonna let everything that's running run. This machine's very rarely running. This is probably my least running machine. It's 12 core, 64 gigabytes, RTX 4070. It says it's still looking for a job there in Salad, and in here it says it ran a couple tests, and yeah, it's still just looking for a job. Go to the next one. 12 core, 64 gigabytes, RTX 4060 Ti. This one looks like it is currently active in a job. I'm going to assume just with how much I'm making, it's at $2.62. If I go to the next one, this is 12 cores, 64 gigabytes, RTX 4060 Ti. This one looks like it's like $1.30. So this $1.30 would be the low priority. What is it? The two... it's not showing on here. Like the double, the 262 would be the medium priority. And if it's like the $3 to $4, that would be like the high priority. So let's go to the next one. See, I was looking for a compatible job. Oh, so this one's not currently running. I would have just looked at it and thought it was doing 262, but because I have this other thing up, it shows it's not actually running. It's 12 cores, 64 gigabytes, RTX 4060 Ti. Yeah, $2.62. The Chrome Remote Desktop can kill jobs, so I tried not checking everything necessarily like too much. I did see an instance when I was checking this earlier where it did look like Chrome Remote Desktop did kick one of mine out of the job when I logged into them a couple minutes ago when I was trying to start my updating process. Let's see if this will... No. Oh, maybe it will. See if it'll let me open all of them. Let's slow down just a little bit. It'll only let me have 20 open at a time, so it doesn't necessarily like going right from having 15 open to having another 15 open. Because you're creating a virtual display which can mess up all of the other virtualization that you're doing with this AI stuff. So it can get interesting. All right. So now we're getting into all the 30 series cards. This is going to go 3060s, 3060 Ti's, 3070s, 3070 Ti's, and then 3080s at the end. So 12 core, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3060. This one's doing $1.16. So this is actually a little lower right now than low priority, because I think the low priority is $1.30. So I think instead of paying for 2 CPU cores, this one must be paying for like 1 CPU core. Let's get to the next one. i7, 8 cores, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3060. This one looks like it's also probably doing the $1.16. Could be doing the $1.30. Kind of hard to tell until we get the, till everything gets updated. This one might be updated. Is it updated? No. This one is not active in a job right now at all. That is 3 hours ago. 3 hours ago it was doing a job. So this one should be updated. Is that one in the job? That one is... It was an hour ago I started checking everything. So that probably still is in the job. Yeah, that still is in the job. That looks like $1.16. And this one looks like it is not currently active. I should just... We'll rebring all of these up. Once you have this command code typed in here, you can just hit the up arrow and it'll come back up again. So that's really nice. Let's see. So this one looks like it's doing 10 cents right now. Is it doing 10 cents? I think there's on something like 10 cents. What is... 0.0039 times that. Yeah, it's 10 cents. So I guess that'll be, so probably like 0.004 is probably like 10 cents. So I'll have to start trying to remember that. It's 10 cents for the day. You're not making very much, but it is what it is. Let's get to the next one. This is i5, 6 core, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3060. This one looks like it's doing $1.32. So that's not too bad. Let's get to the next one. i7, 8 cores, 32 gigabytes, RTX 3060 Ti. This one looks like it's currently not active in a job. Nope. Currently not active. Looking, calculating. So this next one, i5, 6 cores, 32 gigabytes, RTX 3060 Ti. This one looks like it's doing $1.30. This next one, AMD Ryzen 5, 3600, 6 cores, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3060 Ti. This one looks like it is doing $1.30, so won't update it until after the job is done. This next one, 12 cores. 12 cores. BC/PC.com combo kit. 12 cores, 32 gigabytes, RTX 3070 Ti. This one looks like it's probably still just doing $1.30. Yep. So let's get to this next one. i7, 8 cores, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3070. It's probably doing $1.30. One of these, I guess, is this one right here. This one I got an error on. If I'm not showing here anymore, will it? No. I got the degraded GPU error on this one, so it didn't look like it was working. Just updated the NVIDIA driver, so it's on the newest NVIDIA driver now. So this is AMD Ryzen 7, 3700, 8 core, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3070. And it is currently not doing anything. And if we look in the GUI, Sal's looking for a compatible job. But when I updated the driver, Now it's not giving me the degraded GPU anymore. I hit the retry button on it, and it still didn't do anything. So literally all I had to do was just upgrade the driver. While I was updating the driver, I hit the retry button, and the error came back up again. And then once the new driver was in, that error completely went away, and now it's working correctly. So keep that in mind. If you get any errors, most of the time you just need to update your driver for your GPU. So let's go to the next one. I don't think I did the driver on this one too. I don't know why this one is also showing on the driver. I thought I did the driver on this one. Maybe I did the driver on this one. Maybe I did the... Oh. Driver 6635. Maybe I did the driver on both of them, and I just don't remember. Maybe I've done them in consecutive days, I guess, because they both have the new driver. So I probably got the error on both of them and didn't realize that. I guess I must have got the error on the one yesterday and fixed it yesterday, and then got the other error on the other one today and fixed it today, I guess. I didn't even realize I'd done the drivers on both of them. But yeah, I guess I did. So, yeah, they're both on the new driver. If they got the degraded GPU error, it's the easiest way to fix it. Just do the driver really quickly and update that. Alright. Let's go to the next one. i3, 4 cores, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3070. This one looks like it's throwing $1.30, so we'll double check. So $1.30. Oh, there's a mosquito in here. I live in Florida, so I don't know how I got a mosquito in here. I don't know how there are mosquitoes outside right now, like, at all. This time of year, but yeah, somehow I got one in here. This what happens when you live in tropical paradise. So yeah, so it looks like it is currently not running right now. Was doing $1.30, but that job looks like it ended. Let's see, let's go to the next one. This one's definitely making me pretty happy. We are still on Salad version 1.7.4 over here. This machine didn't run for a long time. AMD Ryzen 9 5900X, 12 cores, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3070 Ti. It's like $2.20. This one's still 2 updates behind, so really happy to see this one keep on chugging along. I pretty shocked and amazed because this machine had gone so long without doing anything at all. Like it had gone like months. So definitely happy to see that one working. So let's get to the next one. AMD Ryzen 5 3600, 6 core, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3070 Ti. This one looks like it's doing $1.30. So this is the low priority, and the other one doing the $2.20. That should be the medium priority. Let's see here. So 12 cores, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3080. This one looks like it is currently not doing anything. So it's fully updated. And this last one, i3, 4 cores, 32 gigabytes, RTX 3080. Looks like it's probably doing 10 cents. Yeah, so it's on a 10-cent job is what it says right now. Because this is going to look at the last 5 minutes. So for the last 5 minutes, it's not actually doing these $1.30 jobs. It's actually doing 10 cents. So I guess I would have learned from this particular video, 0.004 is 10 cents. Gotta learn one thing a day. So, yeah, definitely, I think I like the new update. With how good Salad was running, I think I'd have been fine, with the 60 cents. I'm actually kind of like a little bit weirded out and irritated because now with me updating these machines, this means tomorrow I'm probably going to be guaranteed to make like $30 tomorrow now that I'm starting to update machines. And it's probably now going to run super well and smooth because you have customers now who are going to be, some customers are going to be asking to have the work run on the last update, and some of the customers are going to be asking to have the work done on the current update, and then just going to get less work in general. So, yeah, if it's running, just keep it running. But going forward, you probably are going to all want to get everything onto the new update here eventually. I got to say, I really liked the last 3 days. I thought they were pretty amazing. Kind of looking forward to getting everything onto the new update too, because like it'll be nice to not be looking here and just scratching my head and going, what is this making? Huh? What does that say? And trying to figure all this out. Like, it'll be nice to have a little bit more just transparency and ease of use. But definitely overall right now, I mean, I gotta be happy with Salad with that. A $50 day. That is really, really nice. So, yeah. I like that. Let's see, we're at 32 minutes. Let's see here. I got anything in here for... Let's see, what did my last video been? Did you get any comments on the last video? Ultra Jones, a little over $1 per rig. It's about what I'm getting. Yeah, I mean, right now I'm getting well over $1 per rig. The last 3 days were amazing. So, you know, it'd be nice to see if I get this up to $2. I don't think I can get up to $2 a rig. I think I have too many low-end, low-priority kind of rigs to be getting up to $2 a rig. But, I mean, there was a time I was making well over $2 a rig. So, I mean, there was a while there, you know, because all the 3060s and 3070s, I think they were all making over $2 a rig. Or, no, they were all making like $1.80 to $1.90 kind of thing. That was really nice. Joel Miner, new update, 1.7.6 estimated earnings. That's how I actually knew that they put the estimated earnings in there. And I wanted to come in and do a video right away, and I'm like, I don't want to get in there and mess any of this up. I don't want to lose these 60 cent per 15-minute blocks. Like they're pretty decent. User RX4IP. I think I'm getting off Salad, not profitable for me. Kind of stinks. Last 3 days, really, really nice. So hopefully maybe you stuck it out and you did. I don't remember right offhand what rigs he's running. I know a lot of people told me, and I have a lot of it like in there, but like there's so much information in there. Some guys' stuff I know exactly what their farm is, and some guys I'm not sure. And then Alan Kavitsky, 6919. You're falling back to mining, so waste of electricity. I don't fully understand what he's saying there. I wanted to double check and see what mining was doing, because I think it's good to make sure constantly that like reevaluating your plan and making sure you're doing the right thing is really, really good. Even though a lot of this is set it and forget it, you know, you still checking everything regularly to make sure all the machines are up and running. I still had 2 machines today that like froze up. I had to restart the one, and the other one I think I just had to turn Salad back on. So it's still important to like double check some of this stuff and like looking to make sure like, is this the most profitable thing I can be doing? You know, constantly trying to think about what do I want to do to scale forward? Should I be scaling backwards? And keeping all that kind of stuff in the front of your mind. Like the strategizing of all of this is the most fun to me. Like making money is fun, but I like the strategy to get there. That's what's really driving me all. This is my new, you know, since I got into like crypto and all this computer stuff, like this is my new video game, realistically. This is my strategy for, you know, what I'm keeping myself occupied with. You know, what do I want to do to make money? What do I want to do to build everything forward or take it down? You know, because I've had times, you know, right now we have 30 things 30 machines running, well, 29 machines technically running in the garage because the one machine is upstairs. And we're not running anything here in the office. I have the 3080 laptop in here that never wanted to use Salad correctly. I could double check and see maybe if on the new one it will, but I don't even want to. I'll just leave Salad off of this one and just let this be just my office. But like there have been times in the garage where I've had nothing running at all. I mean, I was trying to at least run Chia for a long time, but the Chia price had completely tanked. The Chia price might have come back up enough now where it might almost be worth getting back into. Let's take a quick look and see. Not that I think there's any chance I really will. Where's Chia? Yeah, Chia's at $22.46. Never mind. That's still... I think with where it's at right now, it's split a couple times. So there's just not... Even with the half petabyte of storage I have, it's not going to be making anything. If I would learn how to do it correctly the new way, though, I think with that half petabyte I have, if I would rewrite everything with the new compressed files, which I never learned how to do, I probably could make something on it, but the amount of work and effort I would need to put into right now to make anything off that would be nuts. And then I think at the end of the last video, we just checked LastWriteTime, just threw a couple random cards in there. We 3 3090s and 5 3070s. Just to see a decent kind of mix. Would it be worth trying to mine anything? It's good to know you're on the best path and trying to take a look at stuff like that. So I think for me right now, my current hardware, this seems to be it. If I was running more AMD rigs, I think Warthog would definitely be really good. I think if you have a lot of AMD equipment where you probably aren't going to watch the Salad stuff because Salad's not as good for AMD. Yeah, if you're not watching my content, Warthog's amazing for you. So, but yeah, like, you got to figure out how your hardware lines up, what you have, how easy is it to convert over. I spent the money to get to here, and I'm not spending the money to go start building out epic rigs because I don't have that extra little bag sitting off to the side anymore for that. I need this to be profitable for a while for this, and then see what I can build off and expand into next. So, what I have done though with the last rig I did build, instead of building it on the X99, I did start building. I think the last two I built out instead of building them on X99. I did build the last two out on AMD processors. So I think I used an 8-core and a 12-core AMD processor. So I am looking more into, if I do build another machine, going towards the AMD, so I could go to Warthog if I wanted to. So, but yeah, I still need to do a lot more testing on Warthog. Now, granted, $50 a day, I'm not looking to really go anywhere. That's I'm pretty happy with that. So, off 30 machines, that's not bad. So, yeah, as long as the money stays really, really good, I'll be happy and not go anywhere. If the money goes really terrible and bad, then it's time to start looking a lot more. But I feel pretty good that I'm on the right path right now. So, yeah, if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down below. I'm pretty good at getting back to all the comments. I check it a couple times a day or so. Yeah, that's it. That's the video. If you like the video, the like button, subscribe, come on back. I'll see you next time. Peace.